Leihei, thank you so much for taking the time to give me all the goods, all the feedback on what your brand new experience was. It was for sure a journey. We did 8 weeks together going through this process. And I know that it was a process. It was a journey. So Leihei, yes, you are an author. You're an artist, really. You're an artist. You're talented in many ways. And you're taking this venture into in preparation for becoming a published author at the time that you heard about Brand You.
It was a little bitter. I had done custom framing for years before that, and I just got tired of all the I'm not wearing a mask and blah, 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 and all, like the world changed, of course. It just changed. And I wanted to pursue my art in some way, but at the same time, I haven't made a lot of money from my art in a few years. I'm a painter. I used to do a lot of gallery shows and things of that sort, so that wasn't really happening. So I came to this point of right before I quit my job, my career, so to speak. Either you're going to do it or you're not. And I was, in my mindset was, I'm not going to do it if I'm not making any money from it, because that's a waste of time. And I'm like, this is what I do. So take the chance and dedicate yourself to it. And that's where I was when, like maybe a week before I got your number from my wife was, I was just like, okay, I'm going to, remember, as we said in the beginning, I had no idea what to do or where to go. Whereas now I have, I think, some very solid direction that I'm going to grow in as I continue to, pursue it.
Yes.
The non-artistic side of it, that, the actual marketing and putting it out there. I'm like looking forward to talking to people and engaging people online. Getting all of this insight into how to grow myself, my brand, marketing, the whole deal, and the writing, I just feel propelled forward now in a way that I just haven't before in the past. And I'm not so concerned. I think so. Like, I don't have that concern of absolute panic of like, oh my God, what if it's not successful?
Yeah.
What I have now is let it build, stay engaged.
Yes.
Yes. Don't worry about whether it's going to be big or not. Just worry about you putting in the work to build it, building a client base, building, fans of it, and just not expecting everything to happen just like that. And I think when you don't have a business plan, you're kind of feeling that way. You kind of feel like you're just swimming in this sea of like, oh my God, it's out there, and it's panic. Whereas now it's just like zen.
Yes. That is amazing. And that is like everything that I would have hoped for you to be feeling right now. Is amazing, the peace of mind that comes with a plan, right? Yeah. And it's like, and it's not, and when it's not a superficial plan, because it was just as what you're describing is a journey, and a journey is always a story, right? Ironically, being, you're a writer, but taking the time to go through the process, right? No matter what it is, whether it's brand new, writing a story, coming up with a new idea, building a relationship with someone, taking your time to go through the journey is what gives you the finality of peace of mind in the long run, right? That makes you say, I'm going to take this in stride, and I'm going to, you can kind of have a peace with it and a confidence with it, because you know that you've done the discovery, you've done the work to give you that confidence, and then you've got the plan so that you're not in a space of, okay, like you said, swimming in it. Okay, where do I go now? What do I do now? What purposes? Why did I say I was going to do that again? It's all clear and it's all laid out for you. That is super, super dope, man. I'm so excited. So excited.
For me, the best way I can describe it, like visually, is like in the past, I would write and just imagine this field, this sort of like dark field out there, and it's just this dark field. Whereas now I'm writing, and there's still that dark field, but there's this little house there, this shining a path of light. And I know that as I'm writing, because the writing part is still being in the dark part, you know, to a certain extent, you know, and once it's, you know, because, you know, there's still going to be new discoveries I have with it, but I know there's that house ahead where all of that brand new knowledge is, as opposed to in the past, there was nothing on the horizon. There was just empty plain and like, you know, I know what I'll do. I'll send it out to a few publishers, get rejected, and then I just sit for the next few years. And I just definitely don't see that now. I see, like I said, there's this path of light cutting through that field. And yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the like you said, a peace of mind that comes with a solid plan is like amazing.
Yeah.
I thought, you know, this is something I've kind of actively avoided for years.
Yeah.
And not just as a writer, but just as an artist, period. I don't like the business part of it. I don't like the, you know, I just like to create the content and throw it on the wall or say, here you go.
Yes.
But then without knowing that part, you're always going to kind of feel it be part kind of in the dark and sort of dependent on some other entity out there to guide you.
And so that's that what you just said about being an artist, right? There's an assumption that's often made about someone who is an artist and the desire to handle their work as a business, with that shifting of the mindset on, okay, this is the work that I'm doing, and okay, and do I need to be handling this as a business? Like, what was that like for you?
Well, I mean, in the beginning, some of the work was a little intimidating because you pose these questions that really make you dig into, you know, who you are and what you're putting out to the world, you know, and what you do, how you bring people into it through knowing yourself in a way that you did before, you know, and that's, you know, like I had some trouble with some of the questions that then became, you know, maybe trouble not the right word, but it was just questions I had never really asked myself before, about, what's my statement? What does my business represent? You know, even some looking for my client base, like who do you write for? Why do you write? All of these things, I'm just like, well, I'm an artist, that's what I do. But having to sit down and really answer those questions and break down even more demographics and things of those sorts, it's eye-opening and it's fun. It became fun in its own way. And I think a big part of it for me, I think, as we discussed initially, was, the thought of money. Oh, you need money. I don't have enough money to launch. And, doing brand new has even alleviated that stress because, I'm like, as long as you have a plan, don't worry about it. That stuff will come.
Yep. The thing about focus and specificity, how I harp on that, right? Like, let's get more clear. Let's get more specific. And it's all with the intention of the confidence that you have when you have that specificity, to be able to talk about yourself clearly, talk about your work clearly, talk about the people that you serve clearly, and then the things that are the behind the scenes, or like the engine to keep you moving forward, are the things that are like, what are you leaving behind? What does your legacy look like?
My writing is flowing so much more better now. Not the best way to put that, but it's just flowing so much more. And I think part of that comes from, because I know a little bit more of why I'm writing. It's not just for entertainment. It's not just for, I want to make some money. It is, I want to put these stories out there, and I want other voices like mine to add to those stories, because like, I'm not just saying it to be saying it. Like, I just didn't have this level of confidence and looking forward to before it was always, like I said, created and then kind of be like, oh, no, what do I do?
Yes.
Whereas now it's like, not only do I know what to do, but I know how to grow in what I want to do, which, I just did not have that before. Doing brand new gave me the confidence to say, okay, I'm going to take the Migley Arts and make a Migley Arts, as opposed to go to someone and say, hey, make a Migley Arts for me, or help me make a Migley Arts, or, like with a established publisher, tell me, if you publish me, then that means that it's good enough.
Okay, Leihei, so if someone is considering getting into the Brand You program, what would you say to them?
Be ready to explore yourself, be ready to be serious, and be ready to be ready to do you when you do Brand You. Be absolutely ready, because this is not something you do and then just kind of like, oh, that was fun, and I've done little seminar things before in the past for writing and things like that, and walked away from it feeling just like, whereas this, like I said, it's got me ready to do me, to be out there. And the evidence is in every day, at least 5 days a week, I am writing sustained 5, 6, 7 hours, and then I'm coming home sometimes and writing another 6, 7 hours, going to bed at 3, getting up, going to work, writing, and there's no what am I doing? It's just all coming out, and that's because I'm ready to launch. Whereas in the past, I don't think I really was, or I didn't really have the confidence, or there was this thing of, like I said, I need the gatekeeper to tell me you can launch. Whereas doing Brand You, I'm like, it was just confirming something I've known all along, and I think we all know. Only you are going to be able to do what you're going to do. You have to be able to advocate for yourself and know what you're advocating for. And only you, when you're ready to do it, are going to be able to do it. In the past, it was just like fantasy or imagination, like, oh, that'd be so great if that happens. Oh, I can just see if that happens. Whereas now it's like, okay, I know how to make that happen. So there's no need to fantasize about it. I'm just walking this path right towards it. And Brand New, thank you.
Woohoo! Yeah!
I am so serious with that.
Thank you, Leihei. I so appreciate you taking this time to give that feedback. I'm so excited for you. I can't wait. You seriously, you must let me know when you are ready. I need to be on your coattails. I want to see this all happen.
It wasn't just a seminar of you just talking to me like blah 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 blah. You gave some really solid stuff for us to work with and to go forward with in the future that we can always look back on for reference, if you're ever wavering.
Yes, thank you for mentioning that. Because I do believe that's one of the biggest values that you can walk away from.
No, it definitely is. I mean, I should have mentioned it earlier, but yeah, it definitely is, because there's like I said, there's this booklet there that's evolving. The questions, they're posed in such a way to where you want to go, like me now. I'm thinking about it, you want to go back and look at it and go, how can I be more specific in that? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And like you said, as you grow and evolve and the next project comes along, you know exactly what to do. You have all the tools to walk yourself through the process. And we're here always if you need further support. And as this program evolves, you know what I mean? There'll be more to offer. So
it will. It definitely. It will. I don't know how to bring people in, but I hope this definitely helps, because it's really beneficial, and it's not heavy-handed either. It's just clear, concise. You're saying basically get all the fluff out of your mind and get straight, clear answers to where you, and that'll help you get to where you want to go. And yeah, it just builds confidence. That's the main word I can put it to. It builds such a confidence that, you know, and I hope the other members of the, you know, inaugural group feel the same, because, you know, that's a big thing walking away from it. I think that's a big thing that not just artists, creative, but I think anyone who's trying to pursue any entrepreneurial thing, confidence, you know, can be lacking in a lot of ways. And there's imposter syndrome and there's all this stuff. And I feel like that helped bat all of that out of the way.
That's right. That's right. Oh, the imposter syndrome. Oh, yeah. It's like the lifelong battle of entrepreneurs, they say. You know, it's like even with the success, it's like, is this really happening? Am I really supposed to? Is this in? And you just, when you have the tools, you get past it.
Yeah.
So it's about having the tools.
Yeah. And I think I discussed that when we first met. Like I said, there's this, you know, that, and now that's just completely, like it really is. And I think that's why I'm flowing so well, because it's like, imposter to what?
Yes. Know? Oh my gosh, I love that. Imposter to what?
Yeah. You know, you're creative, you're writing, and, you know, some people may like it, some people may not like it. Go find those people who like it.
That's it.
And let them find the people who like it, and let them find it, and let it. And that's the mindset I have now, as opposed to, do I deserve to be in this space or in that space?
Huge shift. Huge shift.
Yeah.
Nothing that we do, no matter what line of expertise anyone is in, nothing that we do is for everybody, and we can't care about what everybody thinks. It's just, who is this for? And those are the people that we do the thing that we do for. And that's it. And that's it. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Leihei.
No, thank you. And thanks for the program. Like, I mean, thank you for taking the time to sit down and come up with it and create it, because it, you know, it's just really, really helpful isn't the right word, but it's helpful. It just really has done a lot for me.
And it means so much to me. It means so much to me. And I appreciate it.